Sold-out concerts and Pride drew hundreds of thousands of people from the state and the country to the city of Minneapolis this weekend, and it was a good test to see if downtown could still handle all of these big events post-COVID. Tourism leaders say by all accounts things went pretty well. Gordon explains how they're hoping to build on this recent success and bring in even more big-ticket attractions in the coming months and years.
This weekend, the plaza here in front of US Bank Stadium was packed with Taylor Swift fans, and the video board behind me here is a preview of some of the other events to come. You got Ed Sheeran, Metallica, Billy Joel, and others.
It's going to be a very, very busy summer.
And busy is good when you're the president and CEO of Meet Minneapolis.
Absolutely.
Melvin Tennant says hosting 500,000 people this weekend between Taylor Swift and Pride sends a strong message that Minneapolis is open for big events.
We really demonstrated that our community is ready to host major events. I don't think we've had anything this big since we hosted Super Bowl.
Yes, the big game that came to Minneapolis about 6 years ago, followed by the men's Final Four a year later. Minneapolis was on the rise until COVID brought that momentum to a screeching halt.
It did derail us. If you'll think back to early 2020, in March, we were supposed to have hosted the NCAA Wrestling Championships at US Bank Stadium, and NCAA canceled all of their championships, if you recall. So it took us some time to recover from that.
Tennant says the city is now building momentum again with a slate of big concerts and conventions and the return of Taste of Minnesota. But these days, big events aren't just nice things to have. Tennant says they're essential, with many hotels and restaurants still struggling after COVID.
When COVID came and really shut everything down, we just had no idea that the business travel was not going to return. And so we've really suffered from that, but we're working on a lot of initiatives.
Where do you think Minneapolis ranks in terms of like the country's big markets for these big events?
We want to be the destination of choice, which means that anytime there's a major event, we want to be on that short list. Our job is to make sure that we're on that short list every time. Maybe short of the Olympics at this point, we're on every short list that's out there.
Tennant says they're also working on building their own events. Something with a local twist that happens every year, so hotels and restaurants can plan for it, and preferably during a slower time of the year, say winter, when hotels could use the extra business.
I'm always dream about having an event that is specifically indigenous to us, that is an annual event. We have had a lot of conversations about celebrating the life and times of Prince. We know that there have been a number of events that have taken place to celebrate him, but I think we can do that even bigger and look at all the elements of society that he impacted. We're in some conversations about that as well.
On Wednesday, we should get an even better idea of how things went this weekend. That's when Meet Minneapolis will release an occupancy and business report with some hard numbers that should show how much money was brought here to town over the weekend.